What's going on, guys and gals? Welcome to the BODDAMN channel. And today we have a full body workout. It's a Friday and kind of towards the end of my workout cycle. So I will bring you through the exercise selection of today, and we'll see where the rest of the video kind of takes us. Yeah, this is the end of the workout cycle. Not going to try to push it super hard. I still have next week as a workout week, and then I take a week off, which is called a deload week. Deload weeks are really important because they allow typically your central nervous system to recover. You can get over small micro injuries, things like that. So not that I have any micro injuries, but I'm sure by next week I'll have some sort of tweak or something, and it's kind of like my body showing me that it's time for a deload week. So I'm planning the deload week on this video. And the time that it's being filmed, the deload week's gonna hit approximately when my parents come to town, and it's a whole Thanksgiving thing. And so yeah, it's a perfect time to do a deload week. Does that mean I'm going to not work out? No, I'm gonna probably do cardio every single day. And I'm going to probably do some working out, but it's going to be very light in order to keep my brain and central nervous system like not stressed out by anything. So I will also probably fast a little bit more than normal on a week like that. That way I can actually eat those calorie dense foods later in the day. But that's where we are right now in the workout plan. I think I'm on week 7 of the plan, and so next week is week 8, and then week 9 is the deload week. I like to look at cycles with them having purpose. And so the purpose of this past cycle was a little bit more strength-based on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday workouts. And then the Friday was going to be a little bit more high-rep, full body. So that's probably what we're going to be seeing today on the video. Current stats, approximate current stats. I'm definitely 6 foot tall and approximately 205, maybe 206 pounds. Tossing up the notion of potentially getting bigger over the next month or two on the winter, like bulking up, like doing a really good bulk, maybe towards the 215, 220 range, maybe. I do realize that when I decide to bulk, that there's also that downside of not feeling the greatest, cardiac capacity going down, you know, more money obviously spending with food because you have to take more calories in. The workouts are probably going to transition into more strength building workouts, but it's something I'm tossing up. I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, and the whole you don't look as good on print and media, you know, just because you're bulking. So I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking about it like that. I haven't bulked in a while, and when I do bulk, it's typically in this time of the year because it's much easier to bulk at this time of the year. But I really do enjoy where my life is right now and how I feel, and I'm constantly experimenting different things to make just daily life better. This morning I woke up from about 7.5 hours of sleep, which was nice. I was able to get on a conference call, do some shipping for the supplement company that I work for, and also, what else did I do this morning? I had a ton of water already, which is good. I tend to do that as soon as I wake up. Made my girlfriend coffee, which was nice. Fed the animals, and yeah, made a pre-workout kind of concoction, and here we are. In the pre-workout concoction is 1 scoop of organic muscle, that's right. The strawberry mango pre-workout. We also have a capsule of Tongkat Ali, 250 milligrams of Tongkat Ali, which is absolutely an incredible mood booster, libido booster, everything booster, vitality booster. Anyway, so there's one of those capsules unlocked in here. We have 5 grams of arginine in here as well. And then it looks like 20 ounces of water. So that is something that I will be sipping on through the workout. And I always like to have the pre-workout down the hatch within the first 30 minutes of the workout. So that's kind of how I look at it. Instead of just pounding it down, which I've had days where I've pounded pre-workouts down, and I feel like it gets you a really good spike for about an hour. Now, most of my workouts are about an hour, hour and a half with abs and all the other stuff and calves. So if I was to spike up, I would still have 30 minutes of where I don't feels great at the very tail end, you know. But the good thing about organic muscle stuff, and I do work for the company, but the good thing about it is there's no jitters, there's no energy crashing or anything like that. But I just tend to sip my pre-workouts. It's something I've been doing for the past, I don't know, 1 or 2 decades. It's the same thing when I go to a coffee shop and I get a coffee and I'm on my laptop. I don't just pound the coffee down. I sip it throughout the entire time that I'm working on whatever I'm working on. So I kind of do the same thing at the workout, but I am cognizant of about at the 30-minute mark, making sure that this is all down the hatch. I am wearing a flannel right now. It is about 60 degrees outside, so that's kind of cold for Austin, Texas right now. And we're about to get into that gym and do the full body kind of workout. The way that I see it breaking down right now is I'll walk in there, I'll warm up my shoulders. I will probably lead with some leg stuff. As stated before, none of this workout's going to be extremely like super crazy, you know, because I'm on the tail weeks of a workout cycle. And so you just don't want to push it super hard at the tail end weeks because that's when you can get hurt. You really kind of push it hard in the like second, third, fourth, like those kind of weeks in the middle. That's where I think you're most primed to have the best gains. And so that's when I do it the hardest. That's when I push the hardest. But meeting numbers and everything, because I track the workouts, like meeting all those numbers and everything towards the last 2 weeks, it's typically where I'll get hurt or I'll tweak something, and it'll be something really simple, and it'll almost always be when I'm taking my mind off a movement. It'll just be in those scenarios. Like I remember the last time in my last workout cycle where I got my trapezius tweaked, you know, my trap muscle, and it was just doing shrugs, and then I got real comfortable with the movement, you know, and I had maybe 3 or 4 left, and I just decided to bend forward a little bit more than normal to see if I could, like, you know, get the angle of attack better on my trapezius muscle, and boom, like it didn't snap or anything. It just I just felt a tweak, and then it hurt for the rest of the workout. So then that day, for 2 days, I had to take ibuprofen. The day of, I took some kratom because that's proven to help. And so, yeah, it's like 1 or 2 days of some sort of pain. You know, it's definitely some discomfort, but it's almost like my body is very tuned to getting hurt at the tail end of the workout. So it's very tuned in the sense that if I push it too hard at the tail end, like something's gonna happen. So anyway, yeah, let's get in the gym, start drinking this pre-workout. It's gonna be delicious. I'm so excited. If you are interested in any of the organic muscle stuff, and you should be, because it's all pure, the purest stuff ever when it comes to performance nutrition, that'll be, I think, the second link down below. Go check it out. Code BODDAMN saves you 15%. Go try it out. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. Okay, let's get into the gym. Here we are at Lifetime. Let's get a workout going. So I always begin my workouts with a shoulder band kind of mini workout, really. And this is just to make sure that there's blood in the shoulder area. It's kind of ironic because I am starting the workout with legs, but I do take the green spree band or sometimes the red spree band, and I want to make sure that I open up my shoulder joint, just make sure that, you know, my rotator cuff is strengthened to some degree. And so I'm working from many, many angles. And if you're paying really close attention, you can see that the anchor point has risen on some of these clips. So there's some where the anchor point is at elbow level, and there's some where it's at higher than elbow level. But after all this, I decided it was time to do some calves. And, you know, this is just, most of the stuff that you're gonna see on the workout today is a 2 by 15. So 2 sets of 15 reps, as close to 15 reps as possible. You'll see on some of the back stuff that I didn't get to 15, and that's just what it is. But yeah, to 15 reps. So the very first thing was calf raises with my toes pointed out. And if you notice right here when I'm doing the calf raises, I'm making sure not to really lean too far back. And there's one of my friends in the gym right there. But anyway, so yeah, not leaning too far back, and I'm really concentrating on getting that full range of motion. Then it was time to move on to single leg press, and this is with the seat back in the furthest down position it can go. So this provides pretty good emphasis on the quadricep muscle, which, if you don't know what that is, that's basically the front part of your leg. Let's just say it like that. But yeah, this allows some pretty good isolation, which I like. I do feel like my left leg is not as strong as my right by a little bit. And so I did 15 on the left, and while my right could probably get 20, maybe 17 or 20, something like that, I make sure to cap out at 15 on the right one. But yeah, this kind of shows you on that single leg, like where my foot is placed, this one angle right here, and then the other angle is coming up right here. You can kind of see what's going on and how far I'm bringing it down. After this, I decided to do a very wide-legged with the seat all the way up now. That provides a lot of emphasis on the hamstrings and the glutes. So you can see that my legs are really, really wide, or my feet are placed wide, and my knees are traveling to the outer part of my chest muscle. And that's the form that I want to keep right here. These do get kind of taxing. I did have, looks like 4.5 plates on each side, and I decided it got kind of heavy to where I took one of the plates off, and you can see the foot placement right here. It's pretty wide, and it allows my hip flexors to really open up and get that knee aiming to the outer part of my chest. This is a pretty brutal, 2x15 right here. Not a whole lot of fun. And when I want to tap out, basically I take a giant breath. I make sure to grab the handles super tight, and then I go for more. So that's kind of how I do it. Did I want to do some partial reps and stuff like that? I like partial reps, and you might see them somewhere in the workout. But when it comes to this leg thing, it's like I know I'm pretty much capped out at 15 reps. But now that brings us to upper body, and we're going to be starting with a seated shoulder press. I guess it could be also called a seated military, but military is typically implying that there's a bar involved. So call this a seated dumbbell shoulder press. And I'm working with 55s right here. It is a 2x15. Everything that's 2x15 today has a 1-minute rest time. So yeah, and I made sure to superset this with some actual front raises with dumbbells. I was going to say alternating, but they're not alternating at all. Every now and then I'll alternate them if they get a little heavier, but already with 20s, it's kind of heavy, with minimal swaying. So then we had another set of that. You can kind of see that the bench is not all the way up at 90 degrees, but it is slightly leaned back. So 2x15 of that, superset 2x15 of the front raises, as you can see right here. Now that brings me to this kind of exaggerated upright dumbbell row. It's exaggerated in the sense that I am using a little bit of momentum, as you can see, with my calves and my back, right? This provides emphasis to the rear deltoid and the trapezius muscle. I supersetted that 2x15 with lateral raise 2x15 as well, as you can see right here. And when these get really hard, I kind of recenter myself. I take a big breath. I want to die, but I still go all the way through it, 2x15. I take a 1-minute downtime, and I revisit that entire thing over and over again. You can really see how it hits the rear deltoid muscle in this shot. Next is 2x15 with wrist wraps on pull-ups, really wide pull-ups. I did not get to 15 on either of these sets, but the wrist wraps were pretty cool because it disperses the grip pressure onto your wrist as well, so you can actually do more. Typically when you have wrist wraps on anything, whether it be shrugs or things like this, hanging ab raises, for example, things like that. So second set, even less reps. I think I got like 10 or 11 on here. Nothing super crazy, nothing to brag about. But yeah, just getting the back involved on this full body day. Now, the next workout or the next exercise is this. And this one is an interesting one because I feel as if it really helps a lot open up the cavity of the upper/middle back on the bottom of the movement and all the way at the top when I'm doing the final squeeze. So I like the way that this thing feels. There's no way I had 15 without the assistance, right? But I've learned that, the assisted pull-up machine has its kind of place in my workout routine every now and then. Not a whole lot, just every now and then. But it does allow me to get a pretty awesome stretch at the bottom, and at the top I get a great contraction. So I like doing it every now and then. But we definitely needed something for the middle back, and so we are doing this seated hammer row for the middle back, but then I kind of oddly noticed that my wrists were kind of bending at the end, and we don't want that. So on the next clip, you see how I am not sitting anymore, and I'm more standing right into it, as you can see right here for my second set of 15. And now my wrists are perfectly straight at the top of the movement, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. That's exactly the right form right there. So I continued with that. And then we got into warming up the chest with some, I call them pocket to high flies, because they originate kind of close to your pocket. And then they go to a high form. These don't look that great because it's like 10 pounds on each stack. Now we get to a 20 or 25 pounds on the stack, and lean forward, staggered stance. And yeah, you basically want to find this perfect pathway to where it unlocks or kind of pumps your upper chest. So yeah, you're always kind of hunting around for this perfect path when you're doing it this way or this movement. But it's really good for your upper pectoral area. Well, that reminds me that we needed to do some hammer stuff. And if you notice, my back is on one of those kind of cardio board kind of things that you would see at jazzercise classes, and this allows me to get a really good stretch on this incline hammer machine for 2x15. So I urge you guys and gals out there to try it with that board back there so you can get a deeper stretch. Kind of a weird shot, you really can't see much going on, but yeah, that's the second set of the 15 right there. And then we moved the party over to actual hammer bench, not incline bench, but actual bench. And you can see how the weight is kind of traveling away from me, but not up away from me. So this is great for just overall pectoral region. And I'm also sitting on that same exact thing, or I'm leaning up against it. You can barely tell because it almost looks like the machine in that clip, but on the next clip you'll be able to see that I am just on it like that, and it just works. I don't see many other people ever using this thing, but you get a deeper contraction, which I think helps with my chest width. So I like doing the last 2x15, or this machine 2x15 with that thing included. Okay, so the lighting is not very good here, but we'll get a little physique update after that workout. Nothing crazy. Oh man. Oh, the perks of having long hair. Oh, okay, so this is what it looks like after a full body. Not too bad, 205 pounds. Feeling pretty good. Haven't done the abs yet, but that'll be 5 minutes of ab work. Things are looking juicy, so yeah, that pretty much does the workout. I'll see you guys in the car. So yeah, that was a really good workout. I'm outside of a Walmart. I just bought cat litter, because that's what you do on Fridays after your workouts, right? No, it was a good workout. I didn't get injured, so that's good. Didn't tweak anything. And as stated before, on the tail end of the workout cycles, at least, if you're not careful, there is the risk of, pulling things. And so kept it real good, kept it under control. A lot of fun. I love it. Gonna go home, going to make a beetroot concoction drink, have some eggs, beans, avocado, that kind of stuff. I might go see my nutritionist for a little bit to inquire about 2 more supplements I might want to be on regarding natural testosterone boosting. I'm about to turn 45 in about 2 weeks or so, 2.5 weeks. And it has me thinking, how important are supplements? I would say that they're absolutely crucial, but that's for another discussion. I think they're absolutely crucial, but there are caveats to that, right? I would never want a supplement to be my first go-to thing. I think there are things that people need to do to build their foundation to earn the right to do supplementation, right? I also think that vitamins and minerals, there's a high chance that most people are probably deficient in something. So when it comes to that in supplementation, definitely something to look into for sure. But performance supplementation, I really do think that good habits and building a good foundation is super important first. And then supplementation just takes you to like the next thing, So yeah, I'll see you guys at the house, and I'll maybe show you the first meal. But I'm feeling good, and I'm glad the workout is over. All right, we're at the house, and this will technically be my first meal of the day, along with this banana right here. We have a half can of organic pinto beans, refried pinto beans. We have 1 avocado, 1 slice of extra sharp cheddar. It's kind of broken up in there, and we have 5 pasture-raised eggs sitting in there. I'm gonna heat this up, and this will technically be my first meal of the day, along with this banana right here. I'll probably also have a smoothie in about an hour after I take my dog to the park. So I'm gonna get this down the hatch, and I'll close out the video here in 1 second. All right, so here we are after that meal. I'm about to ride a little bike down the street, around the neighborhood, all that kind of stuff, get some cardio in. But thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions about anything that you saw in the video, then let me know. Post a comment down below. But yeah, a lot of fun, full body Friday, a little bit of eating. If you like this style of video, let me know. Hit the like button and comment below. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Goodbye.